What's going on YouTube? Thank you everybody for coming back to yet another video. Today we're working on part 4 of the STI rebuild, the 2013 STI rebuild. And what I hope to accomplish in this video is to have the motor pulled out and then ready to be disassembled and have the new motor assembled. Hopefully we get that far to where you can see that the motor's pulled out and we can continue on moving from there. Thank you once again for coming back. Enjoy. All right, as you can see so far, this is where I've gotten. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the Subaru guys are like asking themselves in their head, or want to ask me out loud, how come I'm doing things this way? So just pulling the motor out and then taking everything apart. It's really just so, and it's a couple things. One, if I pull the motor out, I can easily replace it, and transfer all the pieces over and have a nice day. The only thing is that the owner of the car, Raymond, he wants to do some powder coating of some parts. So really pulling off pieces by pieces so they could be powder coated is actually more beneficial that way. And that way, I could take off these parts. We're gonna take it to powder coat. You guys will see the parts that I am gonna be powder coating, but that way I could take off the parts, send it for powder coat, and then still continue on with the motor. And right now, as it sits, basically I'm gonna clear the top of the motor for the most part. I'm gonna take off the air valves. I think those are air valves. I forget what I think so. Disconnect the bow housing bolts, and basically just get it ready to be pulled. I'm still debating whether to pull off the timing components now or later. I think I'm gonna do it now because it's not gonna take that long. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I could very easily just pull the motor out and then swap everything over. But I think and also too, I kind of enjoy taking it apart the slow way or the harder way, because I'm learning too. Because I can't sit here and be honest with you guys. I don't know everything there is to know about Subaru, because I very rarely do work on Subarus. So a lot of this is kind of like a learning curve. So this is me just learning on how things are put together, or how I'm going to be putting things back together on the new motor as well. So just bear with me, guys. I know a lot of the Subaru guys are like, why are you doing it this way? And it's easier to do the X, Y, and Z. And you're right. And then maybe you're not right. I mean, there's really no, right now for me, there's really no right or wrong way. It's just I'm trying to learn at the same time, and the best way to learn is to basically take things off piece by piece and see how they do function on the vehicle. And then when it goes back to putting it together, I'll know where things are going to go. And a lot of things too, this whole fuel system, the fuel system isn't going to be the same. It's all going to be different. So how it bolts up to the factory fuel system, bolts up underneath to the intake manifold. But now the new fuel system will not be there. It will not be like that. So just some things that I'm learning, and to take account for things that I need to think about for when the car does go back together. You have to be cognizant of it. So, but we're just gonna keep on trucking, film some more of this, finish off some of this on top, and then I gotta disconnect the heater hose lines and all that fun stuff. So it's gonna be a little messy. All right, guys, let's do this. All right, everybody. So we're stopping here for today. Everything's off what I want to be off. But the motor and transmission are unbolted. Motor isn't unbolted from subframe, but that's gonna come out tomorrow. I'll pull the motor tomorrow. I'm gonna swap everything else out to the new block tomorrow, and then possibly put the new block in, or I'll wait. I'm not sure on that one yet. But tomorrow my main goal is to pull this motor out, and just go from there. I may just pull it out, put it to the side, and have a nice day, and then wait for all the powder coating to come back before I swap everything over. I may do that. But yeah, I mean, everything's coming along nice and smooth and not too difficult, but not too easy either. Definitely not for your beginner folks, for sure. But to be continued. Alright, so it looks a little bit like a mess on my cart, but I gotta separate the intake pipe. So this guy right here. So basically, let's put it all together. Here we go. Alright, so what we're doing is we're going to powder coat all these brackets. There's like 4 or 5 brackets. I'm going to powder coat the intake pipe. I'm going to powder coat the intake manifold. And then we're going to powder coat the turbo housing. I'm going to powder coat this turbo housing as well. We're going to powder coat it black. He liked how the Supra looked when everything was black, so that's what we're going to do. As far as everything else, so I have some parts in here, parts on the bottom here, and we have all these parts. And you're wondering, what he's running as far as the exhaust manifold and downpipe. So he's running a Tomei exhaust manifold and up pipe, which is a very, very nice setup. I definitely enjoyed putting that in. He's running the Cobb bell mouth downpipe, which is another nice piece. I really enjoyed this piece. This is very nice. As you can see, it's actually a cast piece right here, and then they weld it onto the stainless steel right there. So a very nice piece. I love it. But yeah, that's about that for now. So we'll be to be continued. Again, more comes out tomorrow, and we'll just take things from there. All right. once again, thank you everybody for showing up to the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As you see, we're able to pull out the motor. I did go over some parts for Raymond's car that are going to be powder coated. And I will say the powder coat did come out very, very nice as usual. Once again, Valley Customs powder coating coming through again in the clutch. I love them. Let's see here. So we go over some parts that he uses for exhaust. We go over the parts that are going to be going to powder coat. We got the motor for the most part stripped, and then we got it pulled down, which is a plus. In the next video, we're going to be going ahead and assembling the new motor. So I lost a couple videos of me assembling the motor and going through the timing, how I set the timing and everything. But then I do give you guys an overall how the timing is set and the things I have to comment about that. So stay tuned for the next video. Again, trying to keep these videos fairly short so that way I don't bore you guys to death. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Again, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. Hopefully this is informative. Maybe it's not. Oh yeah, by the way, that bell housing was really, really hard to take. Man, I think it's a thing with Subaru motors. Not very often, but every once in a while, the bell housing, the transmission, and the block do get kind of fused together. The dowel pin, one of the dowel pins kind of like got fused from the transmission to the block, so it took off some metal with it. But yeah, so it was very difficult to separate those two. But as you can tell, we got them out. It just happened to be that way to this time. But all right, guys, take care. Have a nice week. Enjoy. Spend some time with your family, with your friends. Enjoy life. I'm out.